Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be playing a Saga Tribal 5-colored list. It's going to be a standard best of 1 list with average converted mana cost 3.2 with 8 creatures, 26 non-creatures, and 26 lands. Now, we're mainly running 26 lands because of the colors, right? You need to hit your colors, and anytime you're playing a 5-colored deck, even if it's relatively low curve, well, not really medium to low, I guess, you need to run at least 26 lands so you can hit all your colors more than reliably, I guess. So the idea behind the list is to play like all these enchantments that are sagas that flip into creatures and make something happen with them, and this is what we came up with. The list is can be kind of slow, but even if it's slow, it can flip a lot of games around and equalize very well, mainly because when you flip these enchantments into creatures, they just overwhelm the board in one turn, and then your opponent might not be able to attack anymore through these creatures. So it's very decent so far. It's been performing well. So the enchantments of our choice are Era of Enlightenment, Scry 2, you gain 2 life, then it flips into a 2/2 first striker. Then we're playing Azusa's Mini Journey. We play an additional land, you gain 3 life, and then it flips into a 3/3. So we have a tiny bit of life gain within these two here. And it's not a tiny bit, I mean, you gain 3 life is pretty significant. And then this flips into a 3/3, which is also very good. Weaver of Harmony here gives our enchantment creatures +1/+1. Also copies activated or triggered ability from an enchantment source that we have. For example, like the Kami War, basically anything that we have here, right? So we can either scry 4, we can gain 4 life, or we can gain 6 life, or we can play 2 more enchantments, or for example we can exile 2 things or return 2 things to their hand, to our opponent's hands, and they discard 2 things. So you get what I mean, right? Or destroy target non-land permanent. We can do that twice with Weaver of Harmony, so it's very good. Also, we can also reanimate 2 things or create 2 shamans, so very decent card here. 2 Vanishing Verse, because we are gonna have the colors to run Vanishing Verse, but not more than 2, because like sometimes you won't have a certain color. We're always going to have white, but sometimes you won't have black whenever you need it. So that's why we run other, I guess, removal spells here within the deck that aren't specifically Vanishing Verse, so you can rely on something else that whenever you don't have a certain color, because every time you're playing 5 colors, it's always going to be less consistent than what your opponent is playing at every moment, right? Especially in standard, the mana is horrible, right? So it's not like explorer worthy mana or like historic level mana. No, the mana in standard is just terrible, right? So whenever you're playing 5 colors, you need to keep in mind that you don't play like 4 of only 1 counter spell that has a very specific mana requirement. 1 removal spell that has very specific mana requirement. So 2 Vanishing Verse is my removal of choice. Borrowed Time is my removal of choice. Farewell and Binding of the Old Gods here as well. And Kami War can act as removal as well, as many of you may know. Jukai Naturalist here makes all of our stuff cheaper, which is very good. Honestly, on turn 3, being able to cast like an Azusa's Mini Journey and like a Fable on turn 3 is just a ton of value, right? So it's very good here. And we're also playing Satsuki, the Living Lore. Once this creature came out during Kamigawa, I played a 5-colored Kami War list that also had enchantments in it, kind of similar to this, but this is more consistent, I think, and it performed very well, right? You can put a lore counter on each saga you control. So putting a lore counter means you're just you're upping the level of your enchantment and getting more value off of it. And also when it dies, you can return a saga from your graveyard to your hand, which we have a lot of here. So 2 of these has been very good. We talked about borrowed time. Very strict, not very strict, I meant like very easily castable white mana, 3 mana removal enchantment, which is pretty decent. Restoration of Aiganjo, we're only running 1 planes here, but it doesn't matter. We want the creature side of it, we want the reanimation side of it as well. well, since we're running a lot of lands, a lot of times you're going to be drawing a lot of lands, so you want to discard those lands to get a 2 mana enchantment or 2 mana permanent that you have back from your graveyard to the battlefield, like a Weaver of Harmony, a Satsuki. You can make a decent loop with Satsuki and Restoration here, and also Jukai Naturalist is a pretty good target as well. Fable is very straightforward. Fable makes the deck happen. Fable makes a lot of decks happen because of the amount of value that Fable provides, and also you can cast a Kamiwara a turn earlier. Also, it's a mana fixer, so Fable is a must-have here. We're only running one Hallowed Haunting, and only one Hallowed Haunting because of the mana requirement, right? We have 2 blue, 2 white. It's just a nightmare, right? So on turn 4, when you want to cast Hallowed Haunting, you're not going to be able to, or let's say if you have the mana, you are going to be able to, but if you have like a Behold the Unspeakable in hand, you need to focus on either the Behold or the Hallowed Haunting, which is a scenario that I don't really want to put myself in that much. So I've decided to run only one Hallowed Haunting, one Behold the Multiverse, Behold the Unspeakable, excuse me, just so I can make it more consistent that way. And we don't really rely on the Hallowed Haunting. I mean, our enchantments flip into creatures and then we can attack through that, but it can be a very good card in a list like this that can provide an alternative win con. 2 bindings, 1 Behold the Unspeakable. This is a very cuttable card, and if I was to cut it, I'd run that 5 mana green enchantment, Green Saga, that turns into a vigilant haste creature. This is a very cuttable card mainly because of the blue requirement, right? 2 blues, just it really is a nightmare. The mana in standard is awful. So you can run this and you can focus on blue and try to run this, and it works, but you know, a lot of times, and I mean it, a lot of times you're not going to be able to cast this. So this is a cuttable card. That's why I only have 1 copy of it. If I find it and I can cast it, nice. If I don't find it, I'm not in need of it, right? But that little bit of an extra draw and that Flying Trampler can be very decent for us. 2 Farewells as a backup here, and then the Kamiwara is our top end, or you know, game ender. Don't forget, Kamiwara can be copied with Fable with Reflection of Kiki Jiki, which ends up making like an insane board pressure. So this is like a combo on its own, right? The Kamiwara and the Fable, and this is like a game ending combo by its own. So very decent overall. It's been very fun playing this list. Within the mana base, we tried to distribute the mana and do it as correctly as possible, and so far, like, we don't really struggle with the mana that much. We can provide all of our colors. Sometimes we do, but it is what it is. Like I mentioned before, it's standard, horrible mana in standard. So in some certain moments you're going to struggle, but that's why you run cards like Fable of the Mirror Breaker to help fix your mana a little bit. So also Binding can ramp and find you the necessary mana that you're missing, since we're also running Triomes here. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the list or the gameplay. If you do, make sure you like the video. It'll help me out greatly. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're going to try to keep it as fresh as possible until the new set comes out. And check out the links down in the description. Become a patron if you like. It'll help me out greatly for my time and effort. Also, hit the join button to become a member. If we reach 200 members, we are going to stream every day. And also, if you're new to the game and you're trying to get into different formats, you can private message me on Discord and book your private coaching one-on-one session. With that being said, thank you guys so much for your continued support, and I'll see you guys later with another video. Okay, bye. All right, this is a decent hand, I guess, if you know our naturalist survives, but nonetheless we have the mana for the Fable. Yeah, let's try this. Decent mana as well, but a ton of lands at the moment. Just a ton of lands. No removal. Yeah, that's what we're missing. We were desperately missing that removal here. Okay. Well, if all goes according to plan, we can hopefully end up casting the Kamiwara a turn earlier, at least. Nice, this is pretty good. So we have green, we need a red source. This has to be a green source, huh? Yeah, but it's okay. Let this be a green source. I'll play the Fable here. We're gonna play Azusa here as well. And no attacks. That's fine, I guess. So next turn, we just need a blue source. Yeah. Okay. We drew a blue source. We are gaining life as well, which is pretty good. Okay, we're gaming. We are gaming. Hopefully they cast like a token angel that we can bounce with the Kami War. But yeah, a hand filled with lands is just scary. Yeah, so they've got Field of Ruin. They're going after my lands. Nice. Doesn't matter anymore. I've got my mana. Yeah, they're targeting the blue source. Sure. That's all they got. That's funny. Return this. We're gonna keep drawing blue sources. I have plenty of blue sources in here. Yep. We're gonna keep making mana. We're gonna keep gaining life. I guess they got mana screwed anyway, but still. Oh yeah, draw all of them. Why not? Sure. Oh, it's an enchantment creature. GG's. I should have played the Hallowed Haunting first. Let's see what they give us. It's just the naturalist that they can give us. Nice. They're double blocking, but it's just a token, friend. It's just a token. Now everything has, well, I guess no longer, but soon everything is going to have flying, so let's see if they can close out the game while being at 11 life. Yeah, they take Kami War. It makes sense. It does. Yeah, and we're just flooding at the moment. Alright. Let's pass. I don't have any good attacks here. They can easily block if we're told, which is possible that it might be a Starnheim Unleashed or something, right? Man, the flood is absolutely terrible. Alright. Let's go all in here. Deal as much damage as possible. Apply as much pressure as possible. Yep. And then they take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't need to tap anything, to be honest, because... Okay. They're at 3 life. So what can they do? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's a draw. That is a draw. GG's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 attackers to 3 blockers. That's game. That was pretty decent. I mean, that went well. Yeah, nice. GG's. All right. So we've got Azusa, we've got removal and binding. We don't have a black source at the moment, but it's very interesting. I think we keep this, yeah. Even though 2 of our 4 spells are not castable, but I think we keep it. Interesting. So they've got ramp in the deck. Good to know. Mono green so far. Mono green ramp. That's a nice draw for sure. I'll play a red source here. I'm gonna play this. Drawing the Fable is definitely very good. Okay. Innkeepers incoming. Yeah, a ton of ramps, so I'm guessing that they're running a ton of top end. Yeah, that's all we can do at the moment. Alright, let's see what that top end is. So far, 3 innkeepers. Okay. Oh, they're running black mana. Alright. We do need to find a black source. Cameo is interesting. I might just fire off the Cameo, to be honest. But at the same time, the binding... Well, if they double block, then yeah, they double blocked. So we can't get treasures anymore, right? So maybe... I mean, you can't, like, you can't tell me that you won't play the Cameo. That's insane. Okay. Alright. Let's see what they have. We're still missing that black source, but it should be fine. Wolf. Okay.
I'm hungry. Won't you stay for dinner?
Okay. We can kill the Loath. They have to discard a card. They discarded Diregraph Rebirth. Interesting. They probably do run Titan here as well. Okay. Loath gone. We just need to find that black source. Let me look at our lands here. Park Marsh, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, Hagra mauling on the Fable is extra necessary. We found our black source too. That's pretty good. So far they've drawn Innkeepers, Mauling. Why do you run a Planeswalker when you're trying to reanimate creatures? Makes absolutely no sense. Nice. GG's. That was pretty good. Okay. We have all of our colors initially, so that could be pretty good. But what do we play first? We can't play the Naturalist, I guess, on turn 2, so let's just keep this and see what happens. I would love to play the Naturalist on 2, but now we can, right? Yeah, now we definitely can. Okay. What do we lead with? I guess we don't need to lead with the black source. We need the green and white. Okay. Yeah, mono black snow, sure. Alright, so Naturalist probably dies, but if it doesn't, we can double spell the Azusa and Fable next turn. Can we pass that? Like, I don't think we can pass that, to be honest. Even if it dies, that's fine. Yeah, something is holding priority here, but alright, so it's just a Plum the Forbidden. And the part that sucks is the fact that we played this on red, so we can't play Fable next turn necessarily. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. Okay. Oh man, I think we should have played the Hallowed Haunting first. Maybe we can play it now. Let's play this on red. Yeah, let's play the Hallowed Haunting now. Okay. So no matter what, we were always going to be able to double spell or play 2 enchantments a turn. And now that we have a Haunting on the battlefield, it's going to be very difficult for a black deck to deal with that. It's really difficult for a black deck to deal with that. Okay. Yeah, they might have a pretty good Meathook Massacre here. But my enchantments will flip, so yep. That's okay. Alright. You can discard this. Draw something here. It's pretty good. Okay. So far, yeah, the removal is really going to suck for us, but it's okay. They don't have anything in the graveyard for a Blood on the Snow necessarily, so it's pretty decent, I guess. Alright, we need to get rid of these lands, I think, because I do want to draw into something better, hopefully. And discard this, yeah. Okay, we drew a land. That's fine. Let's just try to turn up the aggression here. They block the 3/3, which makes me think that they have a Blood on the Snow in their hand. And we're just in top deck mode, yeah. This is pretty bad for us. Okay. Another dispute. Maybe they're searching. But after all this digging, they might have found their Blood on the Snow. Or maybe another Meathook at least. Oh, it's just a Loath? Sure. Okay. Maybe they wanted to lead with the Loath and then get, you know. Sure. Let's exile the Loath, just so if they wipe the board, they don't get it back. Right? Okay, that's some damage. These have reach, but sounds good. They're down to 7. 9, I guess. 10. Yeah, not very effective with a meat hook on the battlefield. But what can we do? Man, no blood on the snow? Maybe they don't run 4 of blood on the snows. We're just gonna keep casting our things here. Yeah, let's just replace these with 4/4s, I guess. Yeah, GG's. That was so good. Nice. Okay. Oh, I hate this game, I swear, I really do. Like, this game is awful. Okay. Aggro, turn 1. Kumano, sure. Nothing on turn 2, though. No black source, nothing. Okay. Well, if Fibble, sure. Alright, let's put down the Hallowed Haunting, even though we're going to be soaking up some damage here, but at least we can start generating blockers next turn with the Fable. And next turn we're going to have some a decent amount of blockers. They didn't want to discard a single thing. Wow. Okay. Sure. Okay. That's pretty good. Gonna have some decent blockers here, since they were really aggressive. Yeah, they play with fire, the naturalist, sure, but I already cast my Fable. Alright, now they can start making copies, right? They give the reflection haste and then they make copies, but at least we have blockers. I really don't want to lose my shaman, so that hopefully we can cast our Camuor. Goblin Javelineer. Is it a goblin deck? Seems like it. Royal Eruption? Gross. Okay. Very, very aggressive, huh, opponent? Fireblade Charger, okay. Can discard both of these. Oh, okay. Are they gonna? Yeah, they're going to take it. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna Camuor here, making 1 blocker. Gonna exile that. And pass. Let's see what happens here. They're down to 2 creatures and not a lot of... we managed to actually deal with most of their threats, at least. Another Fable, sure. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's why I blocked. Awful. Okay. Sure. Nice. That's pretty good. Yep, that is really good. Decline. It was a very decent back and forth, and I do like the deck that they created, but it's not good enough, obviously. Yep. Once you start generating creatures or blockers or anything like that, like, it's just almost unstoppable. Decline. Decline. Oh, we can't cast it. Yikes. GG's. That was pretty decent. Nice.